Everybody knows what their shoe size is, but not many people know what their hat size is. In this video, I'm going to explain to you that your head size is not your hat size, but in order to gain your true hat size, you need to be able to measure your head size first. It's very important. Welcome to the Head Milliner. My name is Jacqueline. I'm a professional hat maker and milliner with over 3 decades of hat making experience. And my experience has been, unlike what the internet and a lot of other hat companies are telling you, my personal experience has been that your head size and your hat size are not the same size. In fact, your hat size is larger than your head size. In order to have the optimum comfort fit, your head size is actually 1 centimeter larger than your head size. So in order to gain our head size, the first thing we need to do is actually measure the head. And to do this, we need to take a tape measure. And the tape measure needs to be placed in the same place as the hat would sit. So we're going to mid-forehead, take our tape measure to mid-forehead, around to just above the ear, over the largest area of the bulge of the head at the back of the head, around again, just over the other ear, and then joined at the point of contact. And Henry's head size is actually 58 centimeters. In order to get your true head size, don't try and slack on the tape measure. Really do a tight fit around the heads because that's your true head size. So 58 centimeters for Henry. So if Henry's head size is 58 centimeters, that tells me that Henry's true comfort fit hat size is actually 59 centimeters. It's not 58 centimeters. If I were to get a hat for Henry, and Henry was a human, and I chose a hat that was the same measurement of his head, it wouldn't allow for any shifting of the hat. And it would also possibly create unnecessary pressure on areas of the head, because every head is shaped differently. And it could be that perhaps on the left-hand side or there's a bit of a bulge. And if you're not giving that little bit of space, that extra 1 centimeter fit for the hat, then it could possibly be very uncomfortable for the wearer. So I always suggest to my clients that their true comfort hat size should be 1 centimeter larger than their head size. This becomes even more important when we're dealing with blocked hats. A blocked hat doesn't give you any room to shift or any room to stretch the hat. It's an absolute shape and it's not going to give one way or the other. So the blocked hat needs to be blocked so that it comfortably snugs the shape of the human head. And if you make your blocked hat the same size as your head size, I will tell you immediately there's going to be pressure. And there's going to be some level of discomfort within the hat. But simply by adding 1 centimeter more to the hat size, it's going to be a very comfortable fit for the wearer. This becomes really important because I work in the film industry, and sometimes some of the individuals that I'm making hats for, they're not going to put up with any level of discomfort. And it could be that they're going to be asked to wear this hat because it's a movie that I'm working on, for instance. It could be that the actor is going to be asked to wear this hat for maybe 3-4 days of shooting. And the hat needs to be comfortable. If I were to deliver a hat that was not comfortable to an actor, they simply wouldn't wear it. As soon as they see that there's any kind of pressure forming on the forehead or at the back of the head, they're going to say the hat doesn't fit, and basically the costume department is going to come back to me and say, sorry, you didn't do a good enough job. Even though I used the actor's head size and I created the hat in the actor's head size, so the head size and the hat size are the same, it would be my fault that the hat does not fit. So I always add 1 centimeter extra, and that gives me that safety gauge where I know without a shadow of a doubt this hat is going to fit the actor perfectly. There's going to be no problems. No one's going to come back to me and complain that it doesn't fit. Just for interest's sake as well, the average size of a woman's head is 57 centimeters, and it said that the average size of a man's head is 59 centimeters. Now, when you look at what factories and mass production are producing, they produce a size spec of 55, 57, 59, 61, and 63. That's the sizing for mass production. I, as a personal and independent hat maker, I don't work on those size specs because I recognize the sizes that the mass-produced factories are producing. Those are the average head sizes. So when I produce my hats to be 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, and 64. Because if the average size of the head for a woman is 57, then my average size that I produce needs to be 58 centimeters. And I know this because my head size is 57 centimeters. I have an average head size of 57 centimeters. And if I create a hat pattern, even a fabric hat pattern that is 57 centimeters, and I put that on my head, I can feel the pressure that is occurring, which some people will say fits. Some people will say after a little while the fabric may stretch so that it fits properly. But when I work in film and theater, there's no time for that hat to stretch to be comfortable. As soon as I put it on the actor's head, it needs to be absolutely snug and comfortable. And that's why I work on a different size spec as opposed to other people who are mass producing hats. Because I have a one-on-one contact with my customers, I know already that the head size is not the optimum snug fit hat size. It's been proven to me time and time again. So just remember, when you're ordering a hat and they say what size hat do you have, first measure your head. Do a nice snug measurement on the head. Once you have that measurement, add 1 centimeter to that measurement, and when you order your hat 1 centimeter larger than your head. And I promise you, it will be the absolute perfect snug fit, as long as the manufacturer is true to their size spec. I hope this has been helpful, and if you have any other questions regarding hats and millinery and hat making, please leave a comment below and I'll be happy to get back to you. Until then, God bless and take care. Bye-bye.